Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, home to the North Carolina State Wolfpack, and the fans here on this leg of Tobacco Road have been getting ready since early this morning. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, taking on a team from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. From the gun, running back on the move. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
That's an interesting call, going play action on 3rd and 1, because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field, and you saw that time the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. First down here for the offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. On the run, it's Waters. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking for a man, it's McCall. Fires to the big fella. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sideline. It's Concepcion. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Keeps the legs moving. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
Now on the option. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
Third and goal for the offense. To the air, it's McCall. Lets it fly. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
And now on second down for this offense. On the ground, it's Stewart.
This is an offense that prides himself on being physical, so you need 1 yard, just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He'll throw it. Fires to the big fella.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him to.
Looking to throw on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quickly complete. He's in open space downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
The give to the tailback. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
On the run, it's Waters. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. They'll try to pop the draw. Oh, what a move to get room. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an
going for it all. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Yeah, and just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to throw. It's McCall. He makes the connection. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Fullback's got it. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
They'll run the option. Got enough space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
And that's why this quarterback is such a big weapon, guys, because in this area of the field, they can call these design QB runs, get the extra blocker at the point of attack, and go score it. And he showed you that physicality there.
And he added the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer. You've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stem, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield, and make this life hard on this running back.
Push down for the tackle.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he's shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
They'll try to get the first through the air. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground, are able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Just feeds the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Going to take a shot at this DB. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown on their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Back to pass, it's Huff. He finds his man. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. What a catch and run for 6. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Quarterback checking off. They'll toss it to the left. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Dropping back, it's Huff. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Third and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Brown. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
They want to run it left here. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Stewart. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Back to throw, it's Huff. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef? for that offensive line, I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you got to stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse. He'll take the deep shot. And the ball is intercepted. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job at his decision-making.
A little over 20 seconds to play in the half as they take it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies, 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Huff. Looking down the middle. He's got it. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Taking it the other way. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. He's looking to throw it. Coming after him. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. The Gamecocks will boot it away to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Might as well give it to him again. At the 45, on his way. Got a lot of running room. Sees him in open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Headed to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
And he's wrestled to the ground.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play. Well, I was thinking it was 4th down territory. Does that change your mind, Reese?
Not at all. I mean, you give this defense credit for coming up with the stop, but if you want to be aggressive and get the 6, stick to your guns, run the play. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Trying to pound it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Yeah, and it's 4th and goal, and it's go time. I got to push people around. Look at the offensive line doing a really good job getting those guys moved back, creating a little hole for the running back, and he does the rest on 4th and goal and gets the touchdown.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The give to the back. And the Gamecocks get enough to move the chains.
And most importantly, they got the first. They've been getting pushed around up front this game and haven't created a lot of lanes to run the football, but you needed it. You needed that first down. You needed to get the sticks moving. You need to run some clock. So good job by the offense finding a little bit of space to get the first down.
Looking downfield, it's Huff. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Quick completion to the right. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Huff. Gets it to the back. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Throws to the wideout. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, I mean, you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Just drives it between the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grinded-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great.
And he's running in the open. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, NC State! They take the lead with the 6. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
Man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Dropping back, it's Huff. Fires to the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, the quarterback's patient most of the time. That drag route's going to come in.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Flushed out of the pocket. Quarterback gets past the marker. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Makes a move. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. The offense set for a first down play. To the ground with the back. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. Leaves it with the running back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All 3rd downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Back to throw, it's McCall. They're bringing heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Well, he had nowhere to go with the ball, guys. And the defense is in nickel. Great job by the DBs in coverage. No receivers open.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Hand off from the gun. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires downfield. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Oh, picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
You've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up with an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Going for the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think we can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. Looking for a man. It's Huff. Finds his big tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
He's got his man, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
He's got his man, makes the grab. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Gamecocks are on the move. Wide out in motion. Here's the handoff. Steamrolls his way ahead.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out. Tackled, but he has a first down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
To the air, it's Huff. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Gets rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Brown.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Huge moment coming here as they try to punch it in and quiet this crazy, raucous crowd. Going for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And you got half your work done now. Great execution, getting the score, but now we got to go for 2. Under 2 minutes left in the game. We don't know if we're going to get the football back. We get our 2-point play ready, and we roll with it.
They need this 2-point conversion to tie, and we might get a little free football out of this if they do. Fast motion from the offense. He'll toss it. He's not going to get there. The defense coming up with a big stop to hold on to this 2-point lead deep in the 4th. Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Looking for space. It's Waters. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to the ground with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
There's just not a lot of great play calls, guys, for 3rd in California. So you hand it off, you try to get some of that yardage back. We'll see what happens next.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
Timeout, NC State.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. The last thing you want to do here is give up a big return, pin them back, and then the defense can just stop them from scoring a touchdown. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Off the play fake on 1st down. Unloads to the right. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate, give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Dropping back, it's Huff. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock.
It's 2nd down.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking to pass on 2nd down. They're trying to get to it. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.